Welcome to Magic Tarot. I have another pick a card for you all. So the question is, how is your person going to feel about you when they see you for the first time? So you have five piles here, pile one, two, three, four, and 5. The timestamps will be down below. You might be drawn to the number, you might be drawn to the card, and whichever suits you or whichever draws your attention, you can choose that particular pile. The timestamps will be in the description box. Okay, so let's proceed with the reading. Okay, so this particular picker card is for those people who are like haven't met the one as of yet, and also for people who are like, if you know, my Indian viewers, they definitely would want to know if it is an arranged marriage. So when they would probably come and see them for the first time, how are they going to feel? So this was actually requested by an Indian viewer, and I really tried hard to do this pick card in Hindi, but I attempted it 4 times and I failed. So I'm doing it in English, and I hope you can find something of value in this. So the ones who have chosen pile number one, you have King of Swords, Nine of Wands, King of Cups, Page of Cups, and Two of Wands. So these cards will tell you about how they would feel about you when they see you for the first time, and and then you have these advice for you. Okay, so you have exchange gifts, you have imagine, and you have co-create. So, how's this particular person going to feel about you when they see you for the first time? With the King of Cups and the Page of Cups, if I bring these two cards together, you can see that, they both are offering cups to each other. So, what I would want to say here is with the King of Cups, this particular person is going to feel more strongly about you than you would be feeling regarding them. And with the Page of Cups, this also feels like the other person, that is you for that matter, is going to feel shy towards this particular person. And what is going to really pull their attention towards you, or probably catch their attention, would be the fact that they would find you to be someone very honest. And with the King of Swords, that talks about someone being very honest and very upright, and very straightforward in the way they conduct themselves. So, what I feel here is the first thing that is going to come across to them, and what they're going to really like about you, is going to be the fact that you are someone who's very pure, very innocent, very honest for that matter, like very truthful. And but then what happens, like with the King of Cups, this particular person is with the King of Cups, and also with the Nine of Wands, this particular person, because they realize that how much you mean to them right away, they're going to realize that. So when they realize that, they are going to be a little defensive. And what I also feel here is, because they all recognize the power that you have over them, this person is going to operate from a place of fear, like they do not want you to hurt them. Okay, they're fearful of the fact that you might end up hurting them. And this might also be of the fact, like, they might have probably faced something previously, or but then, just, I mean, like, realizing that how much you mean to them, uh, than what they mean to you. I think that is going to put them in a place where they're going to operate from a place of fear. Like, they are aware of the fact that they have strong emotions for you, and also the fact that you can really hurt them. Okay, and with the two of wands, I have a feeling like this particular person would not want to make any form of decision. They are just going to be hanging in there waiting for things to unfold by itself, like waiting to things to turn out by itself rather than they making a decision. And yeah, that is one thing. But then they feel very strongly for you, so that is coming across. And the advice for you here is, so okay, I'll sum up how they're going to feel towards you. They're going to feel very strongly towards you, but then they are going to be aware of your power over them, but the only thing is they'll be fearful of the fact that you might hurt them. Okay, so this is how they're going to feel about you when they see you for the first time. And here the advice that you have, so let me just clear this off first. Okay, the advice that you have here is, you have exchanging gifts, imagine, and co-create. Okay, so with exchanging gifts, I always, for some reason, it always comes across as a very balanced relationship for me, for that matter. So what I feel here is, this relationship is going to bring in so much of I think you're going to learn a lot about each other, or let's just say it is something like you are going to um, help develop the other person, or there's going to be a lot of growth from both the sides, for that matter. And with the imagine card, whatever qualities that you have actually uh, had in your mind for your future partner, all of that, okay, a person is going to you are actually manifesting a person into your life who is going to embody that entire traits. Okay, so this particular person is going to be something like out of a dream for you. Okay, like you wanted these qualities in a particular person, and the same kind of person is going to pop into your life. He or she is going to come into your life, and it's going to be life changing for that matter, because they are going to help you grow and you're going to help them grow. So whatever qualities that you have actually wanted in your partner, you are manifesting that particular person into your life. So this particular person, okay, so the King of Cups person is everything that you have ever desired in your future partner. So they are going to be that. And with the exchanging gifts, it's going to be a balanced relationship. And but then it's important for you to realize the fact that it has to be a two-way street. No relationship is a one-way street. Only you giving and them receiving, or only them giving and you just receiving, those kind of relationships are not long-term relationships. So what you need to be doing here is, with exchanging gifts, you are going to see that it's going to work out only um, when when it is a balanced relationship, for that matter. And yeah, so exchanging gifts and imagine. And with co-create, what I feel here is, they are going to bring out a side in you that you never imagined. Okay, like a side in you that you never knew was inside of you, or never knew that you had a side, like maybe you're not someone who gets jealous of people, but all of a sudden with this particular person, you might probably like seeing them with someone else, or just them even talking to someone else, might spark that um, you know anger or rage. This is just a negative thing that I'm telling, but then something like positive, like something completely, like this particular person might bring in a new interest into your life, which you never knew that you actually liked, or you actually were good at, for that particular matter. So there's going to be a lot of growth in this relationship, and he or she is going to be everything that you've ever imagined in your partner. So when they see you for the first time, I think they are going to get to know right away that you mean so much more to them. But then, yeah, like they will be stalling. Have a feeling like they will be stalling, because they do not want to be hurt. hurt. So yeah, that is what I'm getting for your reading. But I think it's quite beautiful. Like, you've manifested a person that you truly desired into your life. So that is your reading. I hope this resonates. Thank you. Okay, the ones who've chosen pile number two, you have two of swords, 10 of cups, 5 of cups, the star card, the emperor. Okay. So, and then the advice for you all is higher power, all that glitters, and truth be told. Okay. So, I have a feeling like this is a pile which is not like, definitely an ex vibe, okay, or someone that you already know and you have a history with. So, yeah, I have that is what is coming across to me in this particular pie. So there's not a person that, is someone new and you're meeting them for the first time. No. But if you have not been in touch with this particular person and if they happen to see you for the first time after a long period, the first emotion that you're going to spark in this particular person would be the 5 of cups. Okay, so the 5 of cups talks about a sense of loss. So what I feel like the moment they see you, you are going to pull that emotion. I'm like, it's you're going to spark that emotion which is really very strong, where they're going to feel the sense of loss, regret, um, and something like, because this particular person, okay, actually already saw their future with you. And yeah, they actually already had imagined a future with you, having a happy family, a happy married life. They wanted to settle down with you, and all that coming to an end, like they do not have you in their life anymore. So the first emotion that you would spark in this particular person would be a sense of loss. Okay, and I think this has come about with their own actions. Probably this particular person in the past did not make a decision. They had to make a choice and they refused to see what was right in front of them. They refused to acknowledge your presence. And I also feel like they guarded their heart way too much for you to even. I think you were in the dark about the fact that you meant so much more to this particular person. So I have a feeling like this particular person never really told you what you mean to them, actually. And with the star card, definitely a sense of, I think this particular person really thought you were way out of their league, or you were like a wish come true, and that was scary for them. Um, yeah, and they've been through a lot, this particular person in this connection, because it's like they had the best thing and they lost the best thing. So they have realized the worth of you only after you actually left them. So yeah, it is like unless and until you do not, I'm not getting that proverb, like you never know what you have. Yeah, the proverb is you never know what you have until you lose it. So that is what this particular person is feeling for you. And with the Emperor card, definitely been through a lot emotionally in this relationship. Um, yeah, he or she has been through a lot. Okay, and they're trying to heal their heart, but yeah, probably it's not that easy. Okay, so here, the advice that you have here is you have higher power and all that glitters and truth be told. So, right away, I can tell you with a higher power, I have a feeling like, you both shared a very spiritual connection. the kind of bond that you had was something on a level where I think you intuitively picked up on each other's emotions, and not just like, okay, they are in the room, so you pick up people's emotions. Not that way. What I feel like, distance did not matter in this relationship. So this particular person might be, they might be overseas, or they might not be probably around you as well. Okay. And yeah, they might not probably be around you for that matter, and but then still you pick up on how they feel, or how okay, I'll give you an example. Like sometimes what happens with me is, my best friend is thinking about me, and all of a sudden I give her a call. Okay, or I'm thinking about her, and all of a sudden she gives me a call. So here what happens is, like, it's just like, right now I was thinking about you and you give me a call. So it is like, somewhere you are connected on a level where you can pick up each other's emotions. You get to know there's something wrong, there's something definitely going on with them. Sometimes it is like you're feeling an emotion which is actually not yours, if you understand what I'm talking about. I think the ones who are empath, they will get to know. Sometimes it's like because they pick up so easily on others' emotions. Someone else is angry, but then they would be feeling that anger, or they would be feeling that sadness. So that is how you have this connection with this particular person. So even if you have this distance between the both of you, what I have a feeling like, you pick up on each other's emotions. So there's been a lot of spiritual growth from both the ends. That is, even you have learned a lot in this particular relationship, and they have learned a lot as well. And with all that glitters, and truth be told, I feel like both of you were wearing a mask. Okay, because you have two masks here. See, you have mask here. Again, you have a mask here. So what I feel like, you were not being really honest about your emotions, nor were they being honest about their emotions. And what I feel like, once you let go, once you take this mask off, I think the way you connect to each other, that's going to come out in the open. Like, truth is going to come out in the open, and you're going to realize that on a level, somewhere you both are same. Like, I feel like you are a mirror to each other. Okay, you bring out a side in each other that is like, uh you know it's like, okay, there's something deep down within you that you see in another person, and it's like, somehow you connect. Okay, somehow that is common. So what I feel here is, probably the both of you have feelings towards each other, or you can say, like, there is some form of truth that has to come out in the open. And if efforts are made, I think the other person wouldn't, I think if you make an effort, but then it's totally up to you whether you want to do it or not, whether you want this particular person or not. So that's completely up to you. So what I feel here is, if at all, you probe them and you ask them, I have a feeling like they're going to come out with the truth. They're going to admit to how things turned out between the both of you, or what was hidden, or admit to their true feelings for that matter. So that is what I'm getting for you all. I hope this resonates. Thank you. Okay, the ones who have chosen pile number 3. Okay, so you have the Sun card, Nine of Swords, the Lovers card, High Priestess, and the advice for you is chaos and conflict, thinker, and the book. Okay, so how is this particular person going to feel about you when they see you for the first time? So right away, I have a feeling like, you know, they are going to see you at a point of time when you are at your best. That is like, you're basically radiating. If at all it is a room, I don't know, for some matter, I feel like it is going to be some place like a party or something for that matter, where you're busy entertaining people. You are making everyone laugh, just by your presence. I'm like, you are illuminating the room. everything is so much more brighter and so much more happier around you, that you're going to attract this particular person. And I think that is right away going to attract them. And just seeing you, watching you, I think they're going to feel very happy. Okay. And yeah, it's going to be really pure for that matter. So that is with the sun card, making someone feel really happy about you. And this particular person is going to be thinking a lot about you. Okay, so if the moment they actually happen to see you, they would be losing sleep over you. This particular person is going to be losing sleep, and it's like a continuous thought process, that like they continuously thinking about you over and over and over again. Okay. And with the six of that is the lovers card. Okay, six. Here what happens, yeah, a connection that you cannot deny. Definitely a very strong connection that I think the both of you cannot deny. With the high priestess, I have a feeling like there is one is going to know, this particular person is intuitively going to realize how important you are for them, but there's going to be something hidden as well, hidden in the form like they might not recognize the fact that this is like this is love. Okay, then might not, they might probably see this as a crush, they might probably see this as infatuation rather than something really very strong for that matter. So this is their feelings. So what is the advice for you? Here you have by the book and thinker and chaos and conflict. Okay, so with the chaos and conflict, the cards actually were the other side. With the chaos and conflict, I think you are going to be stubborn about. You need to stop being stubborn about it. Sometimes what happens, that you know the connection, or you might, this particular person might be a little different than what you really imagined. Okay, the connection is definitely there, and you need to acknowledge that. And I think you'll be acknowledging that, like you cannot really deny what you feel for this particular person, because you have the high priestess. So I think intuitively even you're going to realize that this connection is strong, but then I think you're going to be stubborn about something. Probably this particular person might not fit your standards, or he or she might be a little different than what you originally thought. So by the book, it is important that you accept people for who they are. I mean, like, first get to learn about them, and then uh, you know, I think it is pointless trying to change someone else, because at the end of the day, the power does not lie in your hands to change someone else. The power lies with themselves. Okay, it is their own decision that they decide to change themselves. So if like, I think a lot of love stories or cinema for that matter sells us this wrong idea that we can change people. That's not the reality. That's not yeah, that's not actually the reality, and that's not the truth. You cannot change anyone out there. You might influence them to be a better person, but then to change them, that's completely in their own hands. Okay, so what I feel here is, this particular person might be a little different than what you thought, or let's just say you wanted to fall in love with someone else, like you had someone else in your mind, and uh, you have gone about it that way. But then with by the book, you might see yourself connecting to a completely different person. Okay, and this does not necessarily have to be bad. I mean, like, what's more important to you with the thinker? Okay, and with the chaos and conflict, you need to figure out, like, what's more important to you. Is the connection more important? Is the feeling more important? Or is the exterior, or let's just say something which is not so important, like something which is trivial, is gaining importance? So figure out like what you truly want. I'm not telling you to compromise on the traits of your partner. That is like, there are a lot of qualities that you would want in your partner. So if those qualities, sometimes, no matter how strongly we feel about a particular person, it's very important to see the relationship from a logical point of view as well. Because I mean, like, you need to you need to make sure that your partner has those qualities that you're seeking. So if your partner does not have the qualities that you're seeking and those qualities cannot be compromised, then it's better not to go ahead with that sort of a relationship. But then if your partner has those qualities, and you connect on a whole new level and probably have the same way you think, or the same values for that particular matter, then you need to definitely go with this relationship. And with the chaos and conflict, just figure out like what you truly want in this connection. Okay, so that is what I'm getting for you all. I hope this resonates. Thank you. Okay, the ones who are chosen pile number 4. So you have Six of Sword, Five of Wands, Six of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, how's this particular person? So these are the cards that's going to tell you about how this particular person feels about you. And the advice for you is Loyal Heart, Message in a Bottle, and Why. Okay, so how is this particular person going to feel about you when they see you for the first time? So, with this Six of Pentacles, okay, this particular person is going to favor you in some form of a situation where, probably they might have to choose between, like, there's not a third party situation, okay? This is just, there's like, okay, let's just say there is some form of debate, okay? There's like people are arguing about something, and then this particular person has to favor someone, and at that point of time this particular person is going to favor you. So they're going to show kindness towards you. The first thing that you might probably see with this particular person is they might favor you, okay? And they're going to be quite generous towards you, the way that with the money or with gifts for that particular matter. And with the Five of Wands, what I feel here is this particular person would definitely love to have these, like fights with you, like how couples fight. And I think most couples enjoy fighting with each other, not the serious fighting, but then like these silly banters that they have with each other, like rubbing each other the wrong way a little, just because you want to bring in that spark in that relationship. This particular person is going to enjoy that with you. So first thing, the way they're going to show their interest in you is by irritating you. Okay, so the first thing is like irritating you. And with the six, but then you know when they are fighting with you, they are taking opposite sides. But then when others are fighting with you, they're like taking your side. So when there are many people involved, it's like this particular person is on your side and they're going to defend you. Okay, so that is the one thing. And then this relationship has great potential. And what I feel here is like this particular person is going to have like is this particular person is going to be very opinionated about you. Okay, so when I say very opinionated about you, they would have like some extreme thoughts about you, like, okay, this particular person is like this or they are like this. Okay, so there are pros and cons. So this particular person is going to feel up and down about you. Like at times they're going to feel really high, and at times they're going to feel really low. So it is like you bring in a lot of let's just say different emotions. You spark a lot of different emotions in this particular person, where they have a hard time, like, I cannot figure out like what this particular person at one point of time makes me feel really good, and at one point of time I'm feeling so low about it. Like, all of a sudden I think this particular person wouldn't have control over their emotions when it comes to you. Okay, so that is one of the things. I'm picking up. And then with the Six of Swords, but then it's going to improve. It's going to keep improving. And yeah, and they also might see you as someone really wise. Okay, so that is how they're going to feel about you. And they might probably also see this as very long term. So the first time that they see you, they might like know that this is going to stay with them for a long point of time. Like this relationship is going to be with them for a long time. And with the Wheel of Fortune, I also have a feeling like, they will feel very lucky to have you. Okay, like all of a sudden, like completely out of the blue, I think you would be like a source of happiness and joy to this particular person. Okay, you're bringing out a side in them which is not very common, I guess, or it is quite common, or people might perceive them in a wrong light. Yeah, maybe. Wait, hold on. Okay, let's just clarify that first thing. You have the loyal heart, okay, and you have message in a bottle, and then you have why. Okay, so here is, okay, let's just, okay, why do I seem so confused here is because you have the why card, okay? So for you, the advice is this particular person is going to be very loyal towards you, okay? You can, I mean, like the way it's like the first thing that you would see, like I told you the first point, like this particular person is going to be they will favor you, they'll be generous towards you. So when they're fighting with you, that's a different thing. When they are when you are fighting with other people and there are a lot of people involved, this particular person is going to favor you. So this particular person is someone who's very loyal towards you, okay? So he or she is going to be very faithful towards you. So forget about them ever falling for someone else. Okay, this, you own the key to their heart. You have two keys here. You see over here, you have two keys. So this is, I mean, like definitely from both the sides. I have a feeling of from both the sides. And with a message in a bottle, okay, with a message in a bottle talks about but then yeah, what I feel like this particular person, this relationship will bring in a lot of positive changes. And um, and those positive changes, like things would all of a sudden look very rosy in your life. Okay, that is with the message in a bottle. And why I think the way you would be towards this particular person is going to be a little conflicting. That is like you might not act the way that you feel, and you need to figure out why. Okay, maybe this particular person wronged you in some way, and if they wronged you, try to figure out, if you're acting in a particular way, try to figure out why you're acting in a particular way. If they're being so generous towards you, if they're being so loyal towards you, question whether it is their actions or whether it is your past that is dictating these actions of yours. So that is the reason I have a feeling like you might be judging this particular person by what you have been through already. So yeah. So you might be judging this particular person in a wrong way, like in a wrong way. And I think over a point of time, okay, you're going to realize their worth. So that is what I'm getting for you. I hope this resonates. And I hope I clarified when I was getting confused there. Okay. So thank you. The ones who are chosen pile number 5, your cards are, you have the Magician, the Strength, Moon card, Seven of Pentacles, and then you have the King of Pentacles. And the advice for you here is Yang, come to the edge, and a leg up. Okay, so how will this particular person feel when they see you for the first time? With the magician card, you have like three major arcanas here. Okay, so this is something like really like very important for that matter. Like these are something like really life changing for that matter. With the magician card, they are going to be in awe of you. Okay, the let it be the way that you dress up, your knowledge, the way you entertain people, the way you create this perfect atmosphere, the way that you draw people in. Okay, you are just by being yourself. Okay, the moment that this particular person, it's going to happen in the right moment. Like, everything is going to be in, like, that moment. For It's like for this particular person, that moment is going to be imprinted in their mind for the rest of their lives. With the magician card, okay, the magician also talks about something like a very magical moment for that matter. For this particular person, it is going to be, you are going to be like that magical moment, that moment when they happen to come across you, when they happen to see you, they're going to be in awe of you. Okay, like they would have never met anyone as close to you. Like, you would be on a whole new level when it comes. It's like, in their mind you are on a whole new level. Okay, so that is the magician card, a very magical moment for them, actually. And with the strength card, what I feel here is they're going to look up to you. See, you have the lion there. It's like it's looking up to the lady there. So that is what is coming to me. That's what is pulling my eye here. So, what I feel here is this particular person is going to look up to you. Let it be the way that you carry yourself, the way that you conduct, the way that you speak, the way that you feel like you know everything in this world, like everything for that matter, the way you communicate. I think this particular person is going to feel like you're someone who's really strong, who's someone who's really, he or she will put you on a pedestal. Okay, with a moon card, what I feel here is this might probably seem like a long path towards you. Okay, they might probably feel, yeah, there might be certain things. Usually the moon card talks about things hidden. What I feel here is this is going to unfold in a very slow moment. Like, no, with the magician and the strength card, that magical moment is like quick. Okay, but then there's a long way to go. And what I feel here is why I am, see, if you see here, you have, if you see, this looks like a crab to me. So here you have a long path there. So what I have a feeling here, and you have the Seven of Pentacles here. So what I feel here is this particular person might, because they look up to you and put you on a pedestal, this particular person is going to feel like this is too much work. They might probably have a feeling like they can never win you over. You are way out of their league. This is like, beyond what they expected. They want you, they definitely want you, because like I said, it's something like really out of this world for them. Okay, but then they feel like it's going to take a lot of work to win you over. And with the King of Pentacles, this particular person is someone who's, who does not talk much. Okay, he or she is someone who is like, they are only when you probe them to talk, when you, they have lived a very exciting life, but then they are not going to share that unless and until they are asked to share. Okay, so they're living a very comfortable life. They're quite happy with themselves in the position that they are. um, but then, yeah, it's they are very hardworking, but then they are like, will I ever be able to win this person, for that matter? And the advice for you here is, Yang, come to the edge and a leg up. Okay, so the Yang card in relationships usually talks about you taking the lead, and it's okay to take the lead because things are in your favor. So if you happen to make the first move, like I told you, this particular person is someone who is very slow moving. I'm like, they are like very laid back for that matter. Okay, so I really doubt that they would be taking steps towards you. So, if at all you make the move towards them because they look up to you, so if you happen to make the move towards them, this particular person is going to least expect that, and they're going to be more than happy to give you what you desire. Okay, so that is the Yang card. Come to the Edge talks about taking that leap of faith and jumping off, jump. I mean, like here, if you see the lady, okay, with come to the edge is like when you take that leap of faith, all of a sudden you sprout wings and you can fly. So that talks about the fact like you're going to get success in this particular situation, and with that leg up, you need to realize that you want this connection as much as they want. Okay, so here it is an interdependent relationship. You need to realize that how important it is to help each other out, how important it is to recognize the fact that a relationship needs to be worked out from both the parties. So yeah, like they want it. I mean, like you are something like completely out of this world for them. Okay, and if someone feels a magician energy towards you, then they regard you as someone who is a manifester, someone who who is just way too about them. Okay, so that is what I'm getting for you all. I hope this resonates. Thank you.